This is Kitt, my patch-restricted achievement hunter. Her goal is to complete every single achievement in Final Fantasy XIV in order of their release, one patch at a time. No player trading, no market boards. How long will it take for me to go completely insane? Let's find out. Here I stand at the gateway to patch 2.4, finally escaping the unending cycle of 2.3. 3 long months of hard, grueling work are finally behind me. The grind pushed me to my limits, driving me towards the breaking point. In my lowest moments, I never thought I'd get this far, but now, here I am. I've finally arrived. A wide breadth of new content is available. Facing a vehement heretic, smiting foes with the ferocity of the blizzards of Kurthus, confronting the most horrifying endeavor even the strongest fishers fear, exploring the intricacies of the final new class in A Realm Reborn, and diving into the depths of the coils for the ultimate confrontation with the Elder Primal, possibly the single greatest challenge I've ever faced. With all the pressure from 2.3 now behind me, I can take this first step forward unburdened. Surely anything is better than PvP and my sub 25% win rate. One thing I do want to address first is that the 2 commendation achievements for 1500 and 3000 comms are exempted, similarly to how the 500 one was during 2.0, so they won't be required to progress. Reliably farming commendations isn't something that's easy to do and would require me going very far out of my way to do it. Plus, they are 0 points achievements, so who cares anyway? Well, I actually do, but that's not really that important right now. The first thing to do in a new major patch, as always, is to complete the story as it unlocks a lot of new content during and after its completion. The story is a bit chaotic this time, so let me summarize it quickly for you. The Immortal Flames find they have a double agent in their midst, and after doing some preliminary searches, they fail to find the person. I am then pulled away because Sir Amaric, one of the heads of Ishgard, wants to talk, and of course it's about dragons. He asks us to keep Ishgard informed about Midgardstormer's corpse in the lake, since it seemed he roared, signaling a big problem for the Dragonsong War. Alphino agrees, and a soldier runs in to inform us of a heretic attack on a caravan, which, of course, I immediately investigate. And after following a character and overhearing a conversation, he lets slip the location of Snowcloak, which we immediately run over to and unlock for the new dungeon.
Alright, time for me to be Ice Mage?
Literally, right? It's the place for it.
Exactly.
Snowcloak is so pretty.
I love this music so much. So peaceful.
Scholar reaches level 60, earning another Heavensward achievement. Iceheart meets me at the end of the dungeon, justifying herself to us before teleporting away. Minfili and Alphino discuss the Ishgardian tale of Saint Shiva, and Alphino theorizes a potential primal summoning, so I have to go after her. However, the aetheryte she took no longer seems to work. Upon returning with Alphino to Gridania, Garlemald has a new emperor, turning them into a potential threat moving forward, but that's not a concern for right now. The Ivy is believed to be Wayu, Raubon's right hand, and after chasing her to the Bramble Patch, she is caught in a private meeting and is arrested. During that chase, Minfili was working on a solution for the aetheryte problem and introduces me to Moonbrida, a close friend of Uriange's. She introduces us to White Auracite, a crystal that holds an abundance of ether for a short time. She proposes a plan to use the flow to follow Iceheart using an amplifier. With the White Auracite, she manages to re-establish a connection to the destroyed aetheryte, and I head through to face Iceheart.
I also find it funny that mechanically we have access to raise. I think I've had this conversation before, but it's never usable on NPCs, and except for like duty support, where you can use raise on NPCs that don't have the gift of light, which is strange. Like, I don't get it. It's funny because they ended up with a big MacGuffin in the game of, hey, you can resurrect the dead, and then be like, oh yeah, but you know all those people who die in the story, we can't bring them back.
Okay, well, there is a lower explanation. You don't resurrect the dead with raise. So you're not actually dead, you've just lost the will to fight. It is a cheap workaround, but at least they explained it sort of.
You don't really die, you're just unconscious. Yeah, when you fall off a cliff and die, and then your body appears on the platform, yeah. You've lost the will to fight.
Your body's just a little bit eepy sleepy when it falls off a cliff. Oh, shit! Kitt, you forgot the poll!
Oh, I'll put it in now. We'll make it a 30-second poll, it's easy. Will Shiva step up? Oh, yes. Sadly, no. I mean, this intro cutscene's like a minute anyway.
I'm betting fucking 20k on no.
If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Whoever goes first, I'll give you a thingy. Ow! Shiva, please! Why did you crit me with an auto attack? She crit me for 3,100!
Oh, she got enough of you. Holy shit.
I didn't do anything! Alright, let's see. Here we go, babe. Prediction's closed, right?
I don't have a good emote.
It's just
That's
that
fucking
easy,
crazy.
Chad.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Rigged. Actually fucking rigged. Refund that poll right now. What the fuck? This is rigged. It's so rigged.
I can't even look at my eyes. I'm crying. It was a 1 in 8 too. Alright, prediction payout. Yes. Choose the outcome. Hell yes. Complete prediction. Get owned, babe. Get owned.
That's crazy.
With Isael's defeat, she directs us to head to the Keeper of the Lake to learn the truth and...
Do not squander a mother's gift.
I return to Alphinaud to give him the news of a victory. When I learn of Harshaphant's feelings for us...
And a certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I'm told. Harshaphant, chill.
After a bunch of dry meetings with people that were just rehashing what we already know, I prepare to head to the Keeper of the Lake to learn more, when I am informed by Alphinaud that Yu escaped and we need to chase her down. We rout her off in northern Thanalin, and after fighting a Garlean force, she is captured.
I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. Really, Ilberd? Huh. I wonder why he would say something like that. Right, Maeve? Why would he say something like that?
I don't know. Why would he say that?
Strange he would mention something like that. Anyway, I return to the Rising Stones, and after more discussion about White Auracite and its potential ability to slay an Ascian, there are a couple more discussions with Raban about Yu, and Nanamo wishing to step down as Sultana. But with that current cliffhanger, the MSQ achievement is earned, and I cover the other new content, starting with the new dungeons. I pick up the quests for Sunken Temple hard and Sastasha hard, and Sastasha pops first.
Oh my god, there's little tiny helmet crabs. Did you see them?
I skipped the cutscene.
No, little itty bitty baby helmet crabs. This boss sucks. Here we go.
The first boss has a scary combination of tail screw plus the slime attack, which can kill any target, as the tail screw sets the target to single-digit HP. But it can be mitigated with a shield as the damage is based on their max health. Then the slime tick would deal damage and kill the player. The busters are also really potent, especially after the damage up.
Stop stunning me! I'm dead. I'm literally 2 HP. Heal me, please. Mapping the realm! Whoa!
Yay!
For the final boss, you can cheese it by standing really close to it here. And you can avoid most of the tentacle attacks, and only be able to be targeted by a single small AoE. Now one of the 2 dungeons is completed, so next is Sunken Temple Hard.
I am shocked how long the Karn queue has been.
We don't have a healer, we're also on Dynamis. You forget. Do you want to go to Ether so that... Oh.
I just complained and it pops. There we go.
You had to complain, Maeve. All you had to do was complain.
And my magic fucking complaining powers worked out. Let's go.
Do you remember the mechanics of this dungeon?
Sort of.
Boss 2 is the Sabatender, by the way.
Remember that one boss we just killed a head or something, I think?
No, so one of the parts will glow. You have to hit that part. That's the first boss.
There are spheres that need to be collected while traveling through the dungeon, 2 coming from the cracked Karn Facers. Make sure to pick them up or you will have to do the walk of shame backwards. For the first boss, one of his body parts will glow and you want to focus it, otherwise his health is super high. Do it 3 times, then finish him off.
Got it. Star Sphere. Move on.
For the final boss, make sure to not get caught by the running mummies or his line attacks when the weapons glow, or you earn stacks of mummification. If you get to 4, you're incapacitated for a long time.
Oh! Kid, I don't know if you noticed this, but we did not get an achievement that dungeon.
Oh my god, we have to go both right and left. Oh. We had to go to both rooms on the map. Well, alright, back in we go. I swear, if we look at the map, we had to go right and left.
That's so good. That's so fucking good.
I mean, it's on point. We got Karn on normal on the first try, and then this one takes 2.
So good.
All right, run it again. God, I'm so tilted.
And we now have to go back inside since we didn't get mapping the realm. We just had to go to the other side rooms for the spheres and it's golden. Now it's time to reel it in a bit and switch over to everyone's favorite content, fishing! Like with every patch, 2.4 comes with a variety of big fish, but this patch is particularly notorious. To this day, even max level fishers fear the fish added in this patch. However, even with this problematic batch, there exist 6 legends that reign supreme over the others. 6 fish that even the guildmaster believes no one can catch. These monsters are so horrifying, they received a special title, the Feast of Famine Fish. Kuno the Killer, Shonisaurus, Helicoprion, Endoceras, Namitaro, and the dreaded Neptodragon. These fiends take the stress of fishing to a whole new level. Last time, however, the preparations were completed, and my stats finally reached high enough levels to begin the grind. However, I'm still not strong enough to catch all of them, with the behemoth of Neptodragon requiring I catch almost all of the others before I can even attempt it. The only place to start is at the beginning, so I dive right in. The first prey on my list ends up being one of the heavy hitters, with Kuno the Killer, easily being the easiest of the legendary fish. In order to catch it, I do have to talk about intuition. This is a new mechanic added to fish in 2.4, and in this instance, Kuno is not catchable until I have the intuition buff. In order to receive it, I need to catch another fish. In this case, Canavan, another big fish introduced in this patch. So the first priority is to catch Canavan. Once I catch it, the text pops up, "You sense something even more terrible than Canavan in the waters before you," and receive the buff on my bar. Now I can attempt to catch Kuno, and it comes to me extremely quickly, banking 2 fish and one of the Feast of Famine ones.
Imagine just catching Kuno while we're here. Like, that'd be fucking insane.
That'd be wild.
Okay, off of the Assassin Beta. No fucking way.
Well, good. Congrats.
That's Kuno. The Assassin Beta only mooches into Kuno.
Man.
I Man, what am I supposed to say?
You say, good luck, Meave.
Good luck, babe.
Since another one is available, and I expect it to be a long wait, I head over to Endoceras, another Feast of Famine fish. This one shares a majority of uptime with Coelacanthus, another new big fish.
Thoroughly a Nautilus.
Okay, well, it was very
Chance?
long anyway. That's rough.
I mean, this is what I expect, so. Chance again?
Okay, well, congrats. Whatever you got.
Oh my god!
I wish that were me, but unfortunately, I can't get anything past 2.
Oh my god. Fuck Endo. I have to catch another one though, because now I need to get Coelacanthus when it's about to open.
However, after just a little bit of time, I managed to catch Endoceras before Coelacanthus even comes up. Amazingly, I catch a second Endo, but still do not catch Coelacanthus. So I will have to come back later for the easier fish. Next is Darkstar, another intuition fish requiring some Lamp Maramos.
Okay. Darkstar off the list.
A chance for me as well.
Good luck. Easy! Okay,
no,
okay.
double
Let's go
fucking
prep
catch.
Bony Tongue. Let's go prep Bony Tongue. You still have your Honeyworm equipped?
Yeah, I still got it.
Nice. Beautiful.
And this one gets caught easily. I return to Mordona to attempt the blood red bony tongue, and once again it doesn't give much issue, being caught extremely quickly. However, another notorious Feast of Famine fish is finally on the menu with Namitaro, and this fish is brutal. It requires catching the giant Takitaro, another new big fish, and this thing refuses to bite, taking me over an hour in this fishing spot to have it slip once.
Ooh,
Let's hope
shit, a chance?
it actually works. Same. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't have my bait open. Maeve, open your bait as fast as you can and switch to top water frog.
I'm trying.
Open, open, open! Top water frog! Booch! Or chub, go! Go!
This time around, however, less than 8 minutes in, we both managed to hook it at the same time, and quickly switch baits to try to catch Namitaro.
So the Namitaro is listed as mid-9, max 31.
I slipped on this fucker. I slipped on him.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Come on, this motherfucker's out of the way. You want me to put you in frame?
Up to you. No fucking way.
No way we both caught this motherfucker. And that's an achievement, by the way.
And it hooks for both of us in 30 seconds, leading to 2 more difficult fish caught, and earning the next fishing achievement. Only 14 more to go. Imperial Goldfish is the next fish I head to, and it puts up the most fight, taking a while to trigger the intuition.
Oh my god, Maeve.
What?
Look at my stacks.
I can't see them.
Exactly. That patience was 0 stack.
That's crazy.
I can't believe you've got fucking makeshift bait. I'm sitting here with fucking nothing.
It's unfortunate.
That's
That's wild. That's actually wild. That's actually wild.
I'm leaving. Fuck this. I'm just angry.
No!
I'm pissed. I'm gonna go for a different fish. Fuck this thing.
What are you going for?
I don't know. What are the other ones?
Surely it's just this fish is eating all your larges.
I fucking hate this. I'm so mad. Fucking double patience, no larges.
You're about to catch the fish right now.
Well, I have a chance, so we'll see. You told me it's gonna be first try?
That's some insanity right there.
You called it, not me, okay? I want to point out, you called it, not me. That's all I have to say.
I'm gonna get a normal goldfish.
However, I do manage to reel it in eventually. Next is Sea Hag, which is a normal mooch fish, and gets caught in the first window. We journey to Northern Thanalan next to get the Wootz Knifefish Zenith, which I catch with no issues. Returning to Mordona again, I head for the Ninja Beta, which proves to be an incredible nuisance, slipping so many times on me, while Maeve manages to catch multiple of them. However, I do finally end up getting one, and I hold onto it for something I hope will happen later. Still here in Mordona, I move across the path and give my third go at the Ignis Horn, which I finally managed to catch. Next stop is Western Thanalan, where I try for Endendeki.
Gary.
this?
Oh, it slipped.
Oh.
It's guaranteed over 16, by the way.
Is this a gar
My
pike?
gathering rating is insufficient to land this catch.
Oh. Glad I fucking caught a gar pike then.
And after failing to catch it once because I didn't eat my gathering food, I reel it in successfully, earning the second fishing achievement, admitting that I have now caught half of the 2.4 fish and 3 of the Feast of Famine legendaries in about 3 hours of trying. This pace is actually incredible. I continue on to Eastern Lenosha to go for Old Man in the Sea, who takes a bit to bite, but being a basic mooch doesn't take too terribly long. And then I turn my attention to Cornelia, and this fish is very annoying. Not only is it an intuition fish,
I'm just waiting to see the lure disappear out of my bait box. That's what I'm waiting for. It's waiting for it to disappear.
You just can't fucking cast when you're like, why? What's going on?
but it requires the rainbow spoon lure, which it slips on frequently and is extremely likely to break when it slips. It's so bad that I have to make a new set of lures just to catch the thing in the window. It is actually awful, but I do get it and don't have to worry about it anymore. I return to the Isles of Umber to get my Coelacanthus attempts while Maeve still tries for Endoceras, and we both manage to leave with our targets captured, immediately heading off to my second attempt to catch Pirate's Bane, which is like a mini version of Kuno's condition. However, I find it far harder to catch this time around, taking a majority of the second window to capture. The Shroud only has 2 big fish so far, so I head over to get the last one it has in Magicked Mushroom. And this fish has never really posed too much of an issue, and it gets caught relatively quickly. With nothing else active for a while, I make my way to Blue Corpse for the 3rd time, having had this fish bite and slip exactly once in all this time. However, I do secure it this time around, earning the final big fishing achievement, and granting me a brand new fishing rod. This is important, since I do need this rod in order to reach the gathering stats necessary to catch the final Feast of Famine fish, as Neptodragon needs 4 more gathering points than I currently have, and the rod gives 12. Now I'm ready to close this out with a staggering 19 fish caught in a single 5-hour session of fishing out of the 25 available. Returning the next day with determination, I head straight to Kurthus to try to catch another legendary, but first I need to catch the Mahar, which I managed to catch 3 times without any of them being large. However, once I do get a large on the 4th try, I finally have an opportunity to mooch it into Shonisaurus, which I do successfully catch on the 1st attempt, locking in the 4th Feast of Famine fish. Carrying the momentum, I go for another of them, with Helicoprion and Southern Thanolin, and I believed it perfectly overlapped with the Magic Carpet, making it extremely difficult to know whether or not it bites. However, the Magic Carpet closes at 4 PM, which means that the last 4 hours of the Helicoprion window, there's no confusion, and as a result, my first 3 bite here is after Carpet closed, guaranteeing the fish and securing the 5th. There remains some downtime for the last one, so it's time to clean up the other 2 remaining fish. First with Bata Ninetails, which doesn't take much effort to reel in successfully, and the worst non-legendary of the patch, the Void Bass. This fish took me 5 windows across 3 days to catch, and only 1 slip in between. This fish is absolutely brutal, and I always hate going for this thing if I can avoid it. But finally, we're down to the last, with Neptodragon, and it refuses to appear for the first few intuitions I get, making me come back on the 3rd day. And after another 2 failed intuitions, it finally bites, and I reel in the final boss of ARR Big Fishing. With all 6 legendaries captured, I immediately run over to complete the Feast of Famine quest, turning each of them in and earning the last non-luminary fishing achievement in A Realm Reborn, closing this chapter until we return for big fishing in patch 3.3. With Feast of Famine complete, I earn quite a few more achievements. First, I get many of the remaining luminary tools, finishing off all of the crafters after so long of grinding away at each and every one of them, and the only remaining ones being for Miner and Fisher, with Miner already being almost completed, and Fisher only about 1/3 completed. Hey, it's Kitt from the Edit here. I haven't talked directly about all of the crafts I've done for the luminaries, so I thought it would be worth at least mentioning here. These are a list of the crafts I chose for each tier of each crafter luminary. There were a couple times where I made multiple items, since I could gather fewer crystals, and the retainers could get the lower number of components, so there may be some doubles in these categories. Either way, I wanted to at least mention this, and so On with the rest of the video. Next is a cascade of quite a few eye for quality achievements, since I'm going out of my way still to make sure that each of the crafts is high quality, as I will be aiming for the 10k achievements heading into Heavensward to bring the crafters to more of a close moving forward. Culinarian also reaches level 90 off of turning in leaf quests, as it has been gaining a ton of experience. The PvP grind continues, earning Walk the Line 3 for 50 games played, and still under half of the wins I need at 13, with barely a 25% win rate. Another mark off the list is completing the 200th Guild Hest for Enraptured Servitude, knocking another major achievement out. Now with all of these completed, there remain only a handful of achievements in patch 2.4. I've put it off long enough. I finally unlock Rogue in Limsa, giving us the final job from the ARR patch cycle. In fact, you may have noticed that before Shiva, I was working on this, but I'll cover it now. The first steps, as always, are to do the hunting log to get through the levels as fast as possible, then spamming dungeons to earn the remaining experience. So I earn every single leveling achievement from 1 to 50, the hunting log achievement for completing all of them, and the achievement for finishing the job quests to level 50. I've never really been enthralled with the ninja storyline, but some parts of Rogue are great, such as Vikebe, who sits outside the Culinarians Guild eating some food occasionally, making the world feel more alive.
Here, take these stabbers and let's see how they look on you. Just don't get so excited with your new toys that you forget to dress for the role. You'll be surprised at how many cults come back to me in their bloody small clothes. You talk about people getting naked for putting on new gear. You shit.
Okay, I did the exact same thing, and then run away.
I mean, I'm going to do that too, and then put on the gear that I have. There we go. Oh, Vikebe. Sorry. It says Vikebe, not Takebe.
Yeah.
I'm bloody starving. I had one of the finger sandwiches set aside, you know, those egg-filled tasties they make at the Bismarck. When I got back from work, it was bloody gone. Uh-oh, that was Vikebe. I thought it was Underwood. Just head up for your job, and I'll see if I can turn up that missing sandwich by the time you return. All right. I see unprincipled Kovas yaffled your sandwich. There were not but crumbs to be found. My sandwich, it was a Bismarck special. Now I'm just looking forward to that meal. My belly's about ready to cave in on itself. She's a tragedy of the highest order, love. Do you think I can bear to see me rogues in such distress? She gave me for a special assignment. She'll be back any moment now. Freshly made Bismarck special finger sandwich. You did that for me? You're not japing with me, are you, Jack? I've got the sandwich you ordered. Waddle full when I said I was in a hurry. If you can think twice for you yaffle fellow rogues so... Oh, bullocks. Oh my god. Jack, did you eat my supper? Now, lass, it's not be hasty. There's a fresh new sandwich right here for you. No harm done yet. What's something will belong to me, Jack, and I can't ignore the code. The code doesn't ignore the code. You're having to laugh, aren't you, lass? He deserves it. Did she string him up?
As he deserves to be.
That'd be the swiftest stringing up I've ever seen. Question to fit the crime. Take a good long look, Kitt. The code exists to preserve peace and Lissa. Pointed lesson. Let's head inside. Your sandwich will get cold. You're gonna be here all night? At least you gave me a grand view of the harbor. God's pissed. These ropes are tight.
All that remains is the Zodiac Relic for Ninja. After doing all the steps all over again for the 10th time, the last Ninja achievement is earned, and only one thing remains for me today. Normal or hard trials are simple, not intending to be roadblocks since they are a part of story progression. However, for Shiva, the extreme looms large, with a multitude of mechanics that make it very easy for parties to wipe repeatedly. Even so, it's time to face her and see if we have what it takes to come out on top. Shiva Extreme shares most of her mechanics with the hard mode, but there are some key differences. First, whether with sword or staff, whenever she auto-attacks, the weapon applies a vulnerability down to the opposite weapon, forcing tank swaps between each. Additionally, when she switches to sword, instead of just being a tank buster, it is instead a party stack, requiring the tank to turn her around and soak the damage with everyone. Alongside this, Shiva gains a new weapon in the last phase, the bow, which deals lethal damage to any player standing in a 270-degree area in front of her. Players need to pay attention to the weapon swaps to be able to avoid this. With all the mechanics covered, let's claim that last achievement.
Sword. Fun. No, Boltings die! No! Not me! Please! Mercy, Shiva, please! No! Alright, let's see if it happens, Maeve. It's gonna be just that simple, I promise you. It was none of us. Okay, didn't get stepped on. Unfortunate. She had 3 damage ups already. God, this is scary. This is so messy. This is so messy. Holy crap. Almost there. We're getting there, chat. 38%. We got this. It's a lot of extra damage, but we're getting there. No, shit. What do you mean I wasn't sliding? I didn't slide. That's so rude. I wasn't sliding. There's no way this is one pull. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. It's Bo. Behind. Babe, come. Behind. We gotta just kill her. We gotta just kill her. Titus, invuln, do what you need to stay alive. Easy. Let it go.
In one single grueling pull that dragged on far longer than it probably should have, Shiva falls, and the achievement is claimed. Now, there's only one thing remaining in this patch to clear, as he lies in the depths of Eorzea, waiting for my arrival. So much content got done here, almost completing 2.4 entirely, with 68% of the achievements finished. I earned a whopping 36 achievements in total, plus 7 from later patches, adding an incredible 515 points to the count, bringing the new scores to 612 achievements completed and 4,965 points earned. There is only one thing left to do. The last great foe of ARR, far more intimidating than Shiva, looms on the horizon. Let's hope the intro survives this time around.